Hello, we are looking at Explorers, digitally from Brettspielwelt, but physically got brought to us by Ravensburger. This is a flip and write from Phil Walker Harding. So, as is the case with a lot of these Brettspielwelt, what they have is a couple of options for us. This is all random. This one is these cards are random, but your tile layout is the same. And this one is everything is the same, and these are kind of like tournament to help you practice your strategies and such. We, of course, are going to be playing randomized central and going. So this is going to work in a certain way, as is most games. So we are going to start at this town here, and then we are going to choose a terrain type, one of the four. You have the mountains, the water, the desert, and the grasslands. We're going to choose one, then we're going to X off 3 of those. The reason you are doing this is you want to get to all the different stuff on the map that you can see. If you get to a horse, it immediately lets you cross off one of any terrain type adjacent to X's you've already done, because obviously you have to keep going off of stuff that you've already X'd. You have 3 different types of rations, and those are kept score of up here. Every round you can cross off at most one of them, and then based on how many you get 2, 5, or 10 points. Every time you get a gem, you're going to cross off a gem up here, and that's going to be a cumulative point at the end of every round. You count how many gems you got and put the total in the round. Other than that, the other things you have is you have a village. We start next to one. If you look up here, you're going to get points for how many X's you have orthogonally adjacent to a village. You're going to get 3, 5, 7, or 10. Another thing you're going to be doing is you're going to be attempting to get these keys that are all around. There's one per tile. Those 2 are right next to each other. You're going to use those keys to get into the temples all around the map. Those temples will be decreasing in value by 2 every round I don't get them. The last thing on this map is these scrolls. This will make more sense after I start unveiling these, but basically you can use a scroll that you've gathered to move 4 spaces in a chosen terrain type, not the one on the tile you choose. So let me first start my meandering here. We are going to, I think, go with mountains and move this way because I want to get over to those 2 keys next to each other to maybe get to a couple more of these temples. Then you start by revealing a card. So we reveal a card. So you'll notice a check mark got put on it. So a check mark means that is our chosen terrain type that it randomly chose for us. And we can X off 3 of that terrain type. You'll see down here where it's got the 3s right there. That's showing I have 3 left to do. And it's in the mountain terrain type. I can go off of any previous X. They don't all have to be together. If I chose to do the water, you'll see that marked up here. I can only do 2 of the other one. So that is the choices. Again, if I unlocked a scroll, I could always do that to do any terrain type 4 times. But we are, I think, going to do the mountain. And we are going to go 1, 2, and 3. So I could have done that horse, but that horse wasn't really going to help me much yet. I instead wanted to get a gem to get points. And this way I can try and shoot across there. So now we have the grassland. And I think we are going to go 1, 2, and then our third one, we're going to come up here, so that way I'm next to the village and getting points. More grassland or water, huh? Well, I think I'm going to do water because let's get that fish, and let's go around our city. So grass could get me, but see, it's not getting me closer to where I need to go. The desert can get me to this other village, and next to my village, so let's do all that and hope for a mountain. Mountain, yay! We're just going to shoot right across. 1, 2, 3 to get to those keys. All right, so this is a wild one. So in this one, I can travel over sand and grass together for the 3 of them, or water and mountain for the 2. I think we're going to go ahead and do mountain and water so I can get right next to my key. And then the other wild. So this is mountain and grass or beach and water. So we are going to do beach and water so I can get that key. And it's not letting me get the fish because I've already gotten a fish. So that's why that's not shown there. So where's my nearest temples? I got a couple down low. I'm kind of close to that one. Let's kick it to the water there. All right, so now we're in round 2. You'll notice all the temples are now 10 instead of 12. And they gave us our 5 points for our rations because we had 2 of them. And we only have 1 gem so far. But we'll work on that. All right, so, and technically I don't have to do them in left to right order. I can just, let's go and click on that one, sure. And I think we will do the water because we're going to grab our fishy. And let's move down towards those temples. Ooh, nice, desert. So we're going to go gem. We're going to go scroll. And we're going to put ourselves next to that mountain so we are ready for that. My one complaint so far with this game is that you won't notice it necessarily, but my little status bar down here, I need to actually get rid of it because when it wasn't, the screen didn't scale to fit. It actually was covering up those bottom temples, which was pretty annoying in a way that annoyed me greatly. So we're flipping over another card. Let's flip this one. Desert or water? Water might not be a bad idea to keep going around because the desert's not going to get me to a temple. So let's go ahead and do the water towards something that would be good. So let's go this way. Open up possibilities in the future. All right, so we have the gray. So we are going to grab that temple. Done. Next one. Water or mountain. So here's where I could use that horse to do that and then push me towards a mountain. So like, here we go. I'll give you an example. So I'm going to choose that horse. Now I can do anything anywhere. So we're going to go up here to push me up there. So you do it in the middle. That way you could possibly use the rest of your movement on something else. That is, it's not the one I want. I want a water mountain so I could get over to that other temple. I do want to get next to that least though, so I can maybe use my scroll next time. So yeah, let's go ahead and go 1. And there's a key over there. Oh, we can grab that key. That's 2 and 3. So we are set up for temples with either water or sand. And we got neither, so we are going to use the scroll. Do I want to use, we're going to use that for sand. So I can go 1, 2, 3 to get the carrot for the rations. And 4, is there anything right now that would be helpful for point-wise? I don't see it, so let's get ourselves near that gem. All right, so now all the temples went down to 8. So I have no keys. So to get to that temple that I'm down by an 8, I need to get to one of the other keys first. So we'll see if that happens. We're going to go 1, 2, and 3. Try and get to that key up there. Mountain or sand. Let's do sand. 1, 2, 3. Because we'll get close to that key. And hopefully one of the 2 we can get to. Grass. 1 for that parchment. 2, 3 would put me right next to that key. 2, 3. Next to the key. Ooh, you know what? We're going to risk this. We're going to go 1, 2, 3 with those for points. All right, so we can go 1, 2, and 3 to get to that temple. Do I think I'm going to get to the other temple? I have a chance to. I don't know if I've ever gotten to all 4 temples. I've usually focused on other things as I've been going through. 1, 2, 3. We'll actually have a shot at this, I think. We're going to go 1, 2. Set me up next time if I get a mountain, or even if I use my scroll, I can get the key, I can get the temple. I'll have visited all 4 temples. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've never done that. I've usually focused on rations and gems and the villages, because that's the thing is I don't have any of the villages really done yet. So I have B is taken care of. A is way up there. D is way down there. So I should look at C. But C is not going to give me anything. So let's grab a gem for a point. And I'm a more, so let's go there and there. Put me by a fish. Next up. So there is that rock that I could do, knock out the temple. Might as well do it while I'm thinking about it. There we go. All temples completed. Water or grass. So grass can give me an apple. Water can give me the fish. I think that's all water can give me. Oh, no, it can give me a fish and it can give me a gem. Now we have water or mountain. So mountain can give me a gem up there. Can give me a gem up there. 1, 2, and then let's get next to C. Mountain and water or grass and sand. I think I'm going to go water so I can go next to the village C. And was that the best bet? But that will also give me mountain. So we'll go 1 to get next to that village. And anything else that's going to be helpful. No gems I can get to. Let's get next to there. Mountain or desert. Desert, anywhere for a... So I only can move 2 on the desert. Not going to be helpful. I do have a scroll left. But maybe I might want to hold on to that. We're going to go... So the carrot would give me 3 points. The gem only gives me 1. But I can't actually get to the carrot. So let's just go mountain. And... mountain there so I can get access to that greenage next to the village. And there. So I think we're going to use our final scroll because we don't get any points for it. If we don't use it, we're going to go 1. We're going to go 2, 3, and 4. And our total score is 90. That's not too bad. I know in the physical version, a 90 is right in the middle point of the scoring, because 100 is the top of the score of that level. So maybe right around 90 is probably a middle ground. Like I said, I usually don't focus so much on temples. I usually go and grab other stuff instead. Like my villages are usually higher than just 2 of them at 10. I usually got like 2 at 10 and a 7, maybe even a 3. And I'd say the gems are right about where I normally am with those. Outside of that, the rations might have gotten 1 more. So really, I did the temples instead of the villages. But that was Explorers. I'm going to give you a heads up. I did unbox the physical version, and I believe I've heard Pippi may be exploring this world here soon. So keep an eye out for that from Pippi. So until next time, I am the Groom, wishing you all a fond adieu.